Hi, loves. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of AW Confidential and for joining me on this journey of podcasting. As you guys know, sometimes our conversations can be a bit heavy, but while we explore these heavy topics, I think it's also important to laugh and to bring some just lighter topics now and then, just to balance out the mess. So, a couple of months ago, with this in thought, I started a game of 20 questions with some of my guests. I don't do it with everyone, but I like to share with our community the people that I come across and just click with and feel comfortable enough to just kind of shoot the shit. So, you guys have responded so positively to these episodes that we are back with another episode today. I met today's guest at a women's networking event. Her energy was infectious. She's vibrant, talented, she's a girl's girl, and she's very outspoken, which I absolutely love. Jasmine Ruiz is a comedian, writer, and actress who creates content that is relatable. The Latina from New York City creates sketch comedy for both online and the stage. The first generation college graduate from the Bronx is passionate about encouraging others to be cycle breakers, and we're here for it. Currently, she has a pilot that she is trying to get on HBO, and we are cheering her on. We need more Latinos on HBO. Today, we are playing 20 questions about love, dating, and relationship. Yes, how are you?
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. How are you?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a little nervous because I know how outspoken you are, and I don't know what kind of questions you have under your hat.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. They're good. They're good. They're good.
Okay, so let's
And
get
you
it.
know what? I left
Jump
some of
on
them
it.
open-ended. Open-ended
All
too.
right, okay. Well, yeah, just we can go with the flow. And I have my red wine in hand, as you know, the last time I
Yes,
had
girl.
some
Drink
wine.
up, drink up. I'm gonna drink vicariously. I don't have my wine today.
Okay, well,
It's all good.
you trust me. I don't think you need it. I've seen you on
I don't think
wine.
I need it. I'm loosey goosey. What's up?
Okay, so first question I have to ask because we are playing 20 questions related to the topic. Are
Mhm.
you in a relationship, dating, or in love right now?
I am dating.
Ooh, okay. This
Mm.
okay. So, being that you're dating, this is
Mhm.
very timely. What is the most romantic or memorable date you've ever had?
Ooh, that's a good question. Most romantic or memorable date? Um, I recently had a really good date at a park making scrapbooks of just like manifestations for the rest of this year. And that I felt like that was really, really sweet. That was
Wow.
very sweet because I mean, not only are you there like scrapbooking with someone that you're dating, which is like the cute, but it was also just like very much focused on manifestation. And I'm all about that and like positive energy and positive vibes and achieving your goals. And it was also cute. We had some cheese and drinks and it
What?
was
Can I
Mhm.
ask, was he Latino? Because I can't imagine, like,
Dominicans, they got a special place in my little heart.
wow, that's like that's very original. I love that.
I love that too, right? And it was artsy. Like I love anything like hands-on. If I feel like I'm in an art class, like you winning, you're winning, you're winning. So I thought that was really cute. That was really cute.
Okay, that's a good one. All right, your turn, my love.
All right, all right, all right. Got you. What is, and I'm gonna ask both, okay? So before anyone comes, like, why is she going straight to the red flags? What is like the
I,
biggest red flag for you?
oh my God. Because I have been there.
Okay.
When a guy doesn't respond to your text for days and then comes back and says, "Oh, I've been busy," or, "Sorry, I didn't have time to respond," whatever the
Mm-hmm.
excuse is, when he goes MIA, to me, mm, that
Mm.
just it rubs me the not even it rubs me the wrong way. He's hiding something.
Or
And
he's just
and
not available.
all
In
that
which case, why are
bullshit.
you here? Why are you trying to
No,
text me? Why are you trying to talk to me if you're not
it,
available?
come on. You text a guy on a Monday and he responds on a Wednesday. Bullshit. No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Also, you got a
No, red
Monday,
flag.
Tuesday, Wednesday, girl. Like,
There you
ew.
go. Yeah, that's
Not
it.
about it. Not about it. I'm gonna need a response same day. You have like a hour grace period.
Take notes. Take notes
Take
on this
notes.
one.
Take
It's
notes.
usually that to me that's a huge red flag.
That feels
So
yeah, no, that would be a red flag for me too.
I would
Absolutely.
say that.
Mm-mm.
So I have to take advantage because you're dating. Have you have you ever walked out on a bad date?
I have not.
Uh,
I'm really lucky. I've never had like a bad date, like a bad first date or
what?
anything like that. I know. I
Wow.
know. The universe, I think the universe blesses me, but not just me, but blesses whoever I'm dating because if it was a bad date, like I'm gonna let you know immediately. Like I'm not gonna play nice, I'm not gonna play coy. I'm gonna let you know why you suck and then I'm gonna bounce. So the universe is blessing everybody by not giving me a bad date because I'll have you crying to your
That's
mother.
that's impressive. I once went out with a guy, like first date. And I think this will just this is so controversial, but he asked me out and that's never happened to me before. And then he asked me to pay half the bill.
On the first date? Oh
Yeah.
wow. Girl.
Yeah, that was the first and only. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Did you
I,
pay half the bill?
I did, and then I said,
I feel you. I
time
feel
to
you. No, no,
go.
no. You don't want to start a scene at the table and then you look like a bum. I get it. I get it. I would have
It's
been
like,
like,
okay.
oh, that's how we do it.
He's like,
Okay.
oh no, you're an independent, self-sufficient woman. I was
Oh,
like, okay, okay, all right, sure,
girl. I would
all
have been like,
right.
oh, you a bitch ass. Got you. Got you. Okay. Cool. See you later. Never.
So
Damn.
recently, yeah, I know. Whatever. That
Mm.
was a miss for me, a good miss.
Good miss.
So exactly. So I recently wrote I did like a short podcast, a solo episode on gaslighting. Have you ever been
Mm.
gaslighted and did you know it was happening? I had no idea.
Hmm.
I didn't know it was called gaslighting. Maybe I'm old. I
I've
don't know.
gaslit myself with words that my partner has
Wait.
said to me.
Wait,
And that
what?
and like
Okay, wait. No.
I've gaslit myself. I gaslit myself for a really long time. And basically like knowing something, knowing it, but like talking yourself out of it. Like, no, that can't be. That can't be. Like there's no way. I'm no, I must be crazy. I must be crazy. I've done that to myself
Ah,
for a
I
very long
think we all
time.
have.
Yeah, sometimes you lie to yourself or just can't accept a truth because it's like maybe you've been lying to yourself for too long. And maybe you're like, well, I definitely can't accept it now. So then it's like the longer you lie
Yeah.
to yourself, the harder it becomes to stop lying to yourself. So I would say I've definitely gaslit myself for a really long time. And
And
as far as like being gaslit from a man, I haven't been gaslit in the sense of like a man saying like you're crazy, or like trying to make me seem like I was bugging. But I would say like I've been fed like constant justifications for things that just weren't okay. And because it did make sense, like I would like, all right, it does make sense. Okay. And then just like put my own feelings on the shelf. And I did that for like an embarrassing number of years. And
girl,
it
trust me,
wasn't
I know. I absolutely know, and I think a lot of the listeners know exactly what we're talking about. I did
yeah,
it for
yeah.
years. I wanna
It
say for
sucks.
decades. Long story short, there was a guy who he had lots of female friends, lots of them.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, supposedly we were exclusive. And every time one of his female friends came around, they would kiss him in the lips. I was like, on the lips. I was like, that's a friend? He was like, yeah, yeah, that's kind of what we do. And I was like, I was in my early 20s. I
Oh
was I
God.
was so naive.
My
And now
jaw's
I
on the
think
floor.
I know. I
Girl,
know.
I would have been like,
It's
oh, that's what you
bad.
do. This is what I do, and slap him right in his face. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, no, and then I think the icing on the cake, well, not really the icing on the cake, but when it kept, like, elevating, like, he kept leveling it up, boy, he was trying to get away with so much.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing that he did was, and I said it on the podcast, but I got to my house, I was tired, he wasn't there, had a glass of wine, went to my shower, found a strand of hair and an earring. During that time, I had a Halle Berry cut. This was a long ass strand of hair. And it was a
Ooh.
chandelier earring. I think the biggest earrings I wore at that time were like hoops, like little hoops.
Mm-hmm.
And he got in the house. I was like, what the hell is this? And he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, This is not mine." He's like, "Are you crazy?" I was like, "Excuse me?" He was like, "You're trying to break up with me." Like, he spinned it. He was literally
Mm.
like, so he was like, I still think he was like
A psychopath.
sociopathic. Yes.
I think in moments where you have physical proof that you are being played, I just think you shouldn't ask questions. I just think you have the proof. Like if I walk into, if I'm dating somebody and I walk into their house and I see panties on the floor, I'm not asking whose panties those are. I'm leaving. And I think that's really hard because as women, like we can be so combative and so argumentative and like we want to pop off sometimes. We want to just get the answer and just
You want that
it's a little
validation.
toxica. There's
You're
that
like,
little
"Own it,
validation.
man.
Like I
Own
knew I
it."
was right. Right. Exactly. And so, but I feel like that like opens the door for men to like mess with your mind. Because if you knew what it was when he wasn't around. And then when he comes around and you suddenly start thinking different, he's in your head and you need to get him out your head. And
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 that's
that's something
that's
that I
mental
learned recently
abuse. That's
too.
psychological abuse. Now I see
Mm-hmm.
things clearer. I'm like, "Oh my god, like, really? Was I
Yeah.
like," but, I don't I used to be ashamed of it, and now I'm like, "No, it's a lesson. I learned from it, and I'll never be that stupid again."
Exactly. And I feel the same way, girl. I'm like, I was just a pendeja for a really long time. And I'm like, never again, never again. Hashtag never forget. Cause no more pendeja over here. Okay. No more. No more.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, wait,
Mm-mm.
what's, next question? Your turn.
Oh, next question. What's your biggest green flag? Like, what are you just like, oh,
Oh, damn.
yes.
Uh, ooh, yes.
Damn, now you're not knowing.
That's a well, it's that's a hard one. A green flag.
Mm-hmm.
I think a man who's thoughtful, like considerate.
Yeah.
For me, that's a
Mm.
big one. Like who just thinks about the little things. I
Yes.
think that's it.
Yes.
Even if it's that text, "So, hey, hope you had a good day. Hey, how was your day?" To me, that means everything because I know you're thinking of me. I know you care
Mm-hmm.
what's happening to me. And it just I don't
Yes.
know. I It's a soft spot for me.
I
It
love
is.
that. I 100%
Yeah.
agree. Like someone that's thoughtful, attentive, and someone that remembers things about you. Like like you really listening? Hmm. And I would say emotional intelligence. Yo, emotional intelligence, that should get me hot. I'm like, not the
Girl,
EQ.
that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. And isn't it
Mm-hmm.
amazing how so many just people in general do not have emotional intelligence?
It
There are
really
tons of
is. So
people.
much so, like when you find one, you're like,
Like, yes.
mm.
Ooh, talking about that. See, now I have to throw it out there. What's your biggest turn on?
Biggest turn on. I would have to say what you just said, like emotional intelligence and just like
Ah,
someone who knows how to care for a person, like
ah.
I'm very much like I'm a hostess of the mostest. Like I'm the bitch that's gonna be like, you need water? Like, baby, you hungry? Like, oh, I'm gonna make something. Do you want something? I'm the one that's like, do you want something? Because I'll make it for you and then I'll have some with you. I'm like one of those. So if someone can be the same way and like thoughtful in their own way, but like know how to care for a person, I feel like that is like a really big turn on.
Damn, that is a good one. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, that is a good one. I was gonna say intelligence. I think emotional intelligence has also its part of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But I always say, if you could turn me on upstairs, man, it's
Yes.
key.
Yes. I do love someone smart. Like but I would, I don't, it never occurred to me the idea of someone being dumb because I would never. So, but you're right. Intelligence,
There's a lot of
definitely
those
a good
too.
one.
There's
That's
a
not
lot
an
of
option in my head.
Okay. What's the greatest lesson you have learned from love or a relationship?
Um, Never desert yourself
Ooh,
because, you know, at the end of the day, you have to sleep with yourself. And
man, put on a t-shirt.
I know,
I'm
right? Like so I feel like I deserted myself for a while, and in leaving my last relationship, I felt like I was like standing up for myself and like reclaiming, I would say reclaiming like the person that I naturally am that I wasn't able to be when it comes to like specifically like in relationships. And I learned that like if you desert yourself, and if you, or if you're like strong-willed like me, it's not sustainable. It's literally impossible to sustain. And I was like sick, like I felt physically sick sometimes, and it was just like myself, like my inner soul was just like, bitch, you need to make a change, like I am withering away. And
and
deserting yourself or lying to yourself, whatever you want to call it, it's not sustainable, and there will be a breaking point where you are going to have to make that life-changing decision that is going to make your soul right so that you could sleep at night. Otherwise you're not
ah,
going to sleep at night. But you know what, whoever you don't want to be with, that maybe you're with, they sleeping cozy, and you're there deserting yourself. So like you have to love yourself and put yourself first, because if you don't, you can never like have anything good with anyone else.
ah, I felt that.
Mm, that was mine. That was mine.
Ah,
That was a tough one.
that but I think it's almost our nature as like women to be caretakers, and we're willing to give everyone else of everything we have. Energy,
Mm-hmm.
love, like care, but we forget that we need those things too, and we have to give that to ourselves
Yeah.
first.
And it's
And I
so
think that's
hard.
hard.
It's so hard. It's like it's almost like we don't feel like we deserve it. But and that's a cultural issue that really gets me upset, because like we are taught from such a young age that like self-sacrifice is love. And that's like complete nonsense. It's not love, it's self-sacrifice. And someone's using you at the end of the day, especially if they know you're sacrificing and they're watching you sacrifice and they're watching you wither away, and they're just gonna let that happen to you. Like they're not loving you the way that you should be loved. And if someone is not going to love you the way that you should be loved, like you need to be that person. And if you can't be that person, how can you ever expect anyone else to be that person?
Oh,
So I'm just
man.
like, I am in my amazing, thriving, healing era. And I like the minute I was like single again, like I re-fell in love with myself in so many
I love
ways.
that.
And I'm like, bitch, I loved you. I missed you. And now just,
Oh, I love
I
that.
really loved and missed, I
I
missed
feel
that
it, I
like
feel
piece.
it.
I really missed it so much, that piece of myself that I had lost for a while. So yeah, I feel really good. I feel really
Aw,
good.
I love
That
it.
that was, that was my learning lesson.
That's
Don't
a good
desert
one, that's
yourself.
a good one. That's a good
Do you
one.
have
Take
one?
notes, guys, take notes. Do I have one?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it goes in line with with what you just said, but I think for me, the big one is self-worth, and it goes in line with what you
Hand in
said.
hand.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. I think for so many years, with guys like the one I spoke about, and just people in general treating me like a doormat and sort of allowing myself to be treated that way,
Mm-hmm.
I I never valued myself, valued what I bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost myself for a really long time. I didn't know who the hell I was actually. And if you don't love yourself, if you don't value yourself, how do you expect someone else to? And that
Mm-hmm.
has been, oof, that has been like one of the biggest lessons I've learned, because I've realized that when you ask for what you deserve and you make sure that your value is seen, there's no way you're gonna accept less.
Right.
You can't.
Right. And
And
in
I
what you
think
accept, you set that stage for what is your value. So if I
Mhm.
accept, you know, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the first date, then you think I'm gonna eat a peanut butter and
You're
jelly
setting a
sandwich.
standard, right?
Yeah, I'm setting a standard, like Nicki Minaj when she was talking about the pickle juice. I don't know if you know that comment. She was like, she went to this show and all they had in her dressing room was like pickles and soda, and she left. She was like, but if I had accepted the pickle juice, then you know what? The next day at the next show, I'd be drinking pickle juice. But I didn't accept the pickle juice, and now I got a fucking buffet in my room. And it's just like that with men. Like when you're dating them, you're showing them like what you will accept based on what you're okay with and what you're not. So, girl, you hit the nail on the
That
head.
is true. And then the other thing I do want to mention, because it's fair, like it's a constant practice. Because sometimes I'll
Mm,
notice it's almost like you kind of get set back in your ways. I mean, we're creatures of habit. So if you don't check yourself now and then, girl, it's
mm-hmm.
easy to go back to that. And I know that it's constantly that practice and like
Yeah,
making sure that you're checking yourself and your actions and your behavior. So that's yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So talking about worth and self-love,
Yes.
has anyone ever broken your heart?
Um,
Don't say
I've
no.
no, no, no. I've definitely experienced heartbreak. Um, I've experienced heartbreak, high school love heartbreak. As far as like an
Yeah.
adult, my last relationship was like a decade, which was like my entire 20s. So, and he
Whoa.
wasn't a bad person. I wouldn't say he was a bad person. Like he was a great person, just not my person, didn't love me the way I need to be loved. And I couldn't love him the way that I actually love as a person. So it just wasn't for me. And it obviously took me a really long time to gather the courage to leave that. But
That
I
time,
would
man,
say
that
that was
time.
heartbreaking in its own way. Like I would say that was heartbreaking in its own way.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
wouldn't say by like him doing something like cheating or anything like that, but heartbreaking in the fact that like I did not, you know, see the signs and do something about it when I should have, that I kept trying when clearly it wasn't it. So heartbreaking in the sense that like
Yeah.
it felt like
It
it
didn't work.
failed. It just
Yeah.
heartbreaking, like it just didn't work. And I'm like, fuck, I fucking tried everything,
But
but
that
it
could
wasn't
be a
about me.
heartbreak too, but that could be a heartbreak
Yeah.
too. It doesn't have to be that anyone does anything bad. Like sometimes you're in relationships that, like you said, 10, 15 years and you realize, wow, this is not my person. But I've spent so much
Yeah.
time that how do I now let go? It's almost like it's an investment and you're like, oh my God, how do I
Hmm.
really want to start all over again? Like, do I
And
want
then
to
you
do
have
this?
to
But
mourn. It's heartbreaking because like you end up mourning
yeah,
this vision that you thought would come true and it didn't come true. And that's fine because obviously when you make that decision to leave the relationship, you are accepting that like you're at peace with that. You're like, "Oh, okay. I've accepted this not my person. I'm moving on." So you're happy with that decision, but it's still heartbreaking because you're still like,
yeah.
"Damn, you have to still mourn a thing. It's still a thing to be mourned." Especially when there was like no hate or anything malicious in the
No.
process.
Sometimes
So
it's
it is
sometimes
heartbreaking.
it's easier if there is something,
Oh my
you
God,
know?
girl, I have dead ass out here and be like, damn, why couldn't a motherfucker just play me? Like, why can't it be like that easy? But to be like,
I
you didn't do
know.
anything wrong, but like,
That's the
no,
heartbreaking part, that there is nothing that he or you
that
did.
it was no malicious intent.
I know.
But like,
I
still a lot of wrongdoing just on like, you know, if you couldn't be that person and you knew that, like, why didn't you break up with me? When you saw I'm trying like an idiot, whatever.
I know.
Point
I
is,
know.
that's heartbreaking. Even though it's like a happy thing that I wanted to do, like a happy thing. You know what I'm saying? Something that I wanted to
I
do on my own accord. It's heartbreaking still, even if it's my decision.
No, I know, I know.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned we can't, like, go through this girl conversation without mentioning it because It's just like the elephant in the room.
What, what,
Have
what?
we need to talk about cheating. Has anyone ever cheated?
Cheating. I
Come
haven't
on.
been played, but like I haven't been played the way normal people have been played. But like on like with my little high school boyfriend or whatever, I'd be like, oh, yeah, like we'll be on a break, and then
A break.
he might have done some shit, a break, and then I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? Like I don't know, go on a date, whatever it was. Um, but like I've never been like sexually played. Like my man has never
Okay.
like fucked somebody else while he was with me, or vice versa. So I don't
Have
really
you
have too
have
much
you ever
cheating.
cheated?
I've cheated, but not like, but it was high school shit. I should never been in a relationship anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like I was lying saying I wasn't at the team party, but I was at the team party. Like, let's not get it twisted. So
So,
like,
but that's
that's
true
it.
though. High school is like,
Like,
you shouldn't even be in a
like
serious relationship.
yeah, you like, why am I in a serious relationship in high school? Girl, bye. So I would say definitely high school, Jasmine was outside, but not like in a sexual way, but
Have you ever
lying like that.
dated more than one guy at the same time?
This is such a tricky question because I'm dating someone right now.
Oh, damn.
Um,
Okay.
have I ever dated someone at the same time? More,
Well, dating, that's what it's
I
about.
haven't, and I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. You're gonna keep people on their fucking toes. But I have tried. I have tried.
It's a
But
lot of work, dude. It's a lot of work.
it it's a lot of work. People don't know how to maintain a conversation. So it's almost like I haven't, but just by omission because guys suck. You know what I mean? Because I was telling myself, Jasmine, like, try to date, like, stop falling into relationships. Try to date a couple
No.
people to see what's
Yes,
up.
that's
Okay.
right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Jasmine. Um, People can't hold the conversation. Like, I'm like, I can't even get a second date. And then guys, they not even asking me out on dates. I'm like, girl, it is hard to get a date these days.
So wait, so I hope I don't get in trouble, but do you do you when I was growing up, you met guys in a bar or I
Guys don't
don't
talk to
know,
me.
through friends or I but now you have a million apps,
Guys do not
no?
talk to me outside.
Apps.
The app, I mean,
Well,
I was on Hinge and I wouldn't go on Bumble because I'll be damned if I'm gonna hit a man up first. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I'm
I have a
sorry.
girl
I'm old school.
I actually have a girlfriend who got off of that app because she was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be the one to initiate." It's
Absolutely
like,
not.
"Well,
Absolutely
it's
not.
20 yeah, but it's 2023
I
now,
like a man
so"
that can say something to me. So if you don't have the ganas to say something to me,
Yes,
then
but
bye.
if they can't approach you in person and I could see why, because I've hung out with you once and you are like, you're so confident and you
Mm-hmm.
bring that energy even though you're friendly, it's like it has to be a confident guy because you have big energy.
Thank you. And yeah, if and I'm not gonna go talk to someone first because I just need someone that can rival
Oh my
that.
god.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
And this is why I can't get I can't get this is why I can't date around. Um
It's probably hard to
because
get that first date. You're like,
it's
oh,
hard to get a date. And people be like, "Oh, people be swearing that I got men lined up for me or something." And I'm like,
that's what I
"Girl, like
thought.
it is
Before we hopped on,
dry."
I was like, this girl must have a line around the block, literally.
You know what? My DMs are unworthy. And the hinge, they don't know how to have a conversation. And in real life, people just look at me and never say nothing. So I'm just like,
Oh, you just
you know,
reminded me there must be like a movie or a commercial I've seen when like a guy sees a girl on the subway and then the doors close. And you kind of just like reminded me of that. You know, it's
it
like
feels
that
like
guy
that, but
that
there's no door. They're just like what? You think I'm gonna go over to you? Bye bye. I don't think so.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh wait, oh my
cannot.
gosh. Wait, your question. You're
Yes,
next.
I am next. I'm next. Okay. Would you rather date someone that is older or younger?
I'm gonna
Mm.
be completely honest here. I don't think I've ever dated anyone that was older than me. They all been younger.
Wow, that's a surprise. That is never the case, girl. You are an anomaly. Talk to me. Why? How is this going?
My energy, maybe?
You have young, fun energy. I love
I
that.
do, I do, I do. I
You
can't help
haven't seen
it.
like any older zaddies that are like, mm-mm,
I like salt and pepper, but I've
mm-hmm.
met 30-year-olds that have salt and pepper hair. So that
Yeah,
has nothing to do
yeah,
with it.
I got you.
Um, Man, that maybe that's why I get
Damn, you like
myself
the
in
young
trouble.
ones. Why? Why? Are they fun? Are
Are
they?
they fun? They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the problem is sometimes they're not this sounds so bad, fully developed, fully ripe, which
Right, which is
makes
why
it
I'm
a
surprised that you like
challenge.
them.
So maybe now I need to go up, a bracket or something.
Yeah. Get you someone with a fully developed prefrontal cortex. I think it's like 40. Get someone 40, okay,
I don't
girl.
know, mija. I think it's more like 50. Although when they see, but the thing is, like, I find as men get older, like they get, I don't know, like
They
they
get really
stop.
fail really fast.
Eso mismo feo. Sí, se como que
They
se
get really fail
descuidan.
really fast.
We're,
Like
we're just we're just saying they kind of let themselves go a
they
little
let
bit.
themselves go. And I get it. You a baddie. You like, can I get another baddie, please? And thank you. You don't want to settle for
Gotta
someone
match
that
that energy, right? You know
you
what I'm
gotta
talking about. You
match
gotta
that
match
energy.
that energy.
And that's another reason why I don't have like why I'm not dating 10 people, 20 people. Because I'm very picky. I'm very
Picky is
picky.
good. Picky is
Picky. I'm
good.
so picky.
And you have your deal breakers, right?
But you can't be picky and expect to like have a roster. And I thought that building a roster would be
True.
so easy. I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. I'm a bad bitch. Absolutely not.
No,
Ain't nobody
no.
worthy to be on the roster.
Especially in this day and age.
And also, I don't
Very
really ask for
difficult.
a lot. Like, well, I do ask for a lot, but
Yes,
like
you
at the
do.
bare minimum, like I have some physical requirements, right? And muscles is a physical requirement. Men do not be in the gym. I'm sorry, they don't be lifting, and the ones that do, they're missing all the other
But wait,
requirements.
if you okay, so if you're asking for the muscles, you have some muscles
I
too?
got muscles.
All right.
I only ask
Okay.
for what I bring to the table. I only ask, okay? I
That's
only ask.
exactly what I was going. That's exactly where I
You
was
ain't gotta
going with
have
it.
like, I'm not saying you gotta have a six pack, but you can't be coming up to me with a bird chest. Like, I'm just not gonna like you. I'm just physically, I'm physically not gonna be there. You know, I like someone that has some weight on their bones and goes to the gym. I like
Takes
to go to
care
the
of themselves.
gym, takes
We're just
care
talking
of
about overall
themselves.
taking care of themselves. Like whether it's like,
Yes.
dirty fingernails, unkept hair, whatever it is, like take care of yourself. Like you have to show some interest in yourself. Like I think
Yes.
self-love goes for men and women.
Absolutely. And a man that got nice feet, girl. Love
I
that.
don't like I
Love
don't like
that.
feet. I don't like I don't
I
even like
actually
it
hate
that much.
feet. I'm like low key scared of feet. I won't touch feet. I hate feet. But if a
But you
man
know
that
what?
has nice feet is insane. Like men be having chopped feet.
But you know what's crazy? Because obviously, we live on the East Coast. One of the first things I notice about a man, one of the first things, other than his
Mm-hmm.
overall physical, his hands,
Oh yes.
his hands, like
Mm-hmm.
well kept. I'm not saying you need to get a manicure, but cut your fingernails, keep them clean. To
Yep.
me, those are
Mm-hmm.
basic things.
Are
That's a
are
whole.
they lotioned? Or do you have ashy knuckles? Because I can't be rocking with ashy
I
knuckles.
know.
Like, do you bite your cuticles? That's
Those
disgusting.
those are all to me. You talk about those red flags. That's up
Those
there.
are all red flags. Like, sir, everyone sees your
We're
hands. Like, fix them shits up. Stop
we're
playing with
just
me.
being real. So
Just keep
talking
it real.
about dating, like when you have a lot of girlfriends, you have your clique, right?
Yes, I got my click.
So in your opinion, what is the number one thing that we should not be doing if we want a man to take us seriously? Because we're talking about men who we take seriously. So
Something I should not do if I want a man to take me seriously.
yeah.
Huh. Wow. I am like stumped on this question because I'm like, I can't fathom a man not taking me seriously. Delulu. Gassed.
Oh,
You know what? If you want a man to take you
okay.
seriously, I would say, I don't know, don't club a lot, maybe. But then I think the club rats deserves to be taken seriously too. Like, what if she just likes to dance a lot? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like every woman deserves to be taken seriously. I feel like any woman, no matter what she's rocking with, deserves to be taken seriously. Oh, I would say respect. If you don't want to be taken seriously, then don't respect the man, because some women can be disrespectful, and I feel like that will easily turn a man off to be like, oh hell no, 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 no. Maybe we could just hook up, but like I can't take you seriously because you call me out my name, or you too sassy, or you too jealous, or just like attitude, disrespect. I feel like that's a big no-no.
Oh, no, that's a really good one. Because if you're
Yeah.
asking for respect, it should be both ways. That makes
Yeah, of course, of
sense.
course, of course. I
So
got one for
what
you. Wait.
ooh, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do one based on just because it's topical, and I gotta ask. First date, chain restaurant. You going to cheesecake or you going to Applebee's? You doing it?
Oh, come on. I feel like this question came up at like I don't know, some talk show. Um no,
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 damn.
no,
People
no.
shitting on us, girls like us that are like,
You're
no.
better
They're like,
off.
wow, you
You're
ungrateful bitches. That's what people
no, no,
say.
no. Wait. My shut up. My my preference, if we're gonna go that route, take me to get a really good slice of New York pizza.
Oh, that's a good date. I'll take the
That's a
pizza
good
date.
date.
I'll
That's a
take the
good
pizza
date.
date. Maybe we
But
go to
not
your spot and then we go to my spot because I know the best pizza. Maybe we have a best pizza eating competition. You know what
there
I'm
you go.
saying? Take me to the
Pizza wins
cuchifrito.
every time. No, cuchifrito
Yeah.
tampoco, because I don't eat fried foods.
Oh, okay. I love a good cuchifrito spot because I don't cook. I don't
That's
cook fried food too much. So take me there, a little treat. I like it.
okay. So
Hmm.
no, that I'll take. That I'll take.
Okay,
The pizza. The
cool.
pizza. The pizza. Um, let's see. Worst advice you've ever been given about dating.
um, oh, that you gotta wait X amount of days before you give it up.
Oh,
The
oh,
sex advice around dating is just, I'm just like, girl, like if you care about that, it is 2023. If any man judges a woman based on
I
when she wants to like
know.
have sex with you, like you suck, and you are a red flag, and you can exit stage left, because
I know.
women are like free sovereign beings, and if we give into this idea of like, oh, you have to wait to the third date or the fifth date or the seventh date, then what you're really feeding into is the patriarchy, and you're losing your own sovereignty. Like, what if you want to have sex? You allowed to be horny and want to have sex. And if a man, but you need to know as a woman that if you are going to do that, you are taking a risk that maybe a man is a bum ass, whoever you on a date with is a bum ass, and maybe he's going to treat you differently. But then that is just like for you to know, okay, well then you dodge the bullet and you don't talk to him no more. So I would say that has been the worst.
Oh.
The worst advice has been like, you
And
have to wait.
I love that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole 90-day rule. Actually, we had a matchmaker on the show who told, was it 90 days or 30 days? But you can't have any like physical intimacy.
For
I think
90 days,
maybe she said 30 days.
30
But
days, 30 dates, like dates or days, dates or days,
days.
days, a whole month. Mm.
I have to go back to the tape, but yes, she said because you need to get to know this person before you even get to the physical aspect. Apparently, we let loose some hormone in, I don't know, in
Oxytocin? Is it the oxytocin? Is it the
yeah,
love hormone that
the love
clouds your my
hormone.
brain?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So she said that is a real thing and that does affect your judgment.
It does. But if it's popping, I mean, it's popping. What are you
And
gonna
then
do?
and
Impact
then
my judgment, girl.
and
I
then
judge this as good.
but then the other thing is that I don't know if you've ever heard this, But they say when a woman has sex, she is more likely to like fall for the guy. For the guy is completely different. He could, do his deed and keep it moving. But for
Mm-hmm.
women, we tend to get attached.
Right, right, right.
I
I would
think it
say men
depends
or
on the
dogs, so
woman.
that sounds like it makes
Oh my
sense.
god. No, 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 no. Not all men are dogs, people. Not all men are dogs.
Okay, maybe not all men are dogs. A large majority of
You're
men are
dating, remember?
dogs. Right, right, right. A large majority of men are dogs. So I would say that maybe for a lot of men, sex is just sex and not like a thing.
But I've met
Um,
women like that.
there are a lot of women like that, and I commend them. I commend them. I'm like, girl, can you teach a class? Like, I will sign up for the master class. Like, I wish I could be a hoe. I have talked about this in so many funny
Wait,
videos.
you've never had a whole face?
I never had a whole phase, and I really want to have a whole phase, but I
I didn't
can't
have
have a
that
whole
in my I
phase.
didn't have that on my list. I was like, "Ooh, let me ask her."
I never had a whole phase, and I want a whole phase, but I know myself and I can't do a whole phase. The same way it's really hard for me to date multiple people. One, I'm very picky. But
Oh,
two, like as like a genuine person, I think in order to have a whole phase, you need to connect with people, but never share anything about yourself. Like you kind of have to like have a guard up and be like on lock. Otherwise, you're gonna catch feelings for what all 10 people you're dating or like everyone you're having sex with.
no. I don't even think that's physically possible,
That's not
emotionally
possible.
possible.
Which is
You
which is
can't.
why it's like hard to have a whole face because you have to not give a fuck. And I give a fuck.
You can be empathetic and have a hope phase. I mean, you just
Real?
no, I think you can.
I never seen
I
that.
think you
Everyone I know that had a whole phase, they were like, girl, he could die tomorrow. I do not care. Like,
well,
just didn't give
that's
a
like
damn.
complete
They really in
that's
their whole
like
phase.
complete detachment. But I
Yes.
don't but that kind of makes me wonder, like, what's underneath that attitude? Because it's like, to
Well, it was the
detach
whole
yourself to
phase.
the
That's what's underneath it. It's the whole phase.
because 'cause I've met some women that can do the deed and they do not get attached. It's like, okay, it was good, there was pleasure, all that good stuff, but, like, let's keep it moving. And it's not that they don't
That's
care about the
detachment. That's what I'm saying. But to me, that's like you don't care. You don't care. You're just like, okay, bye. That was great.
Wait, when I think you
Thank you.
don't care, I'm thinking, oh, you ghost him or you just treat him like crap or you could
No,
be
no, no.
like, okay,
You
okay,
could be
because you could,
polite, but you
yeah,
just
you
don't
could be
really
kind
care, you
and
know? It's like you're not like, hey, how's your day? Because you don't give a
no,
fuck
it's
about his
no,
day.
no, no. It's
Hmm,
not that type of
interesting.
party.
Damn, I know different type of hoes. We know different type of hoes. Not me learning that there are a variety of hoes and hoe phases right now in this very moment.
Oh my god, you're gonna get me
The
in
hoes I
trouble.
got coaching from told me that you need to not care and that you need to
Okay.
treat these men badly like crap.
We need to change it up for you a little bit. So I need you
Mm.
to tell me what does your ideal mate look like?
Oh, we describing looks?
That could be included. For some people, looks is not important.
Oh, you said look like. So I'm a very literal
What
person. Are we
what is
talking inside or outside?
um, that's a good point. Let's say inside, because
Okay,
outside
what
it's just different for everyone.
okay, yes. Okay, what does he look like inside? I would say someone that's very caring, attentive, and knows how to cater to a person because I'm a caterer. And usually I feel
You're a
like
giver.
I'm a giver and I've been surrounded by takers and I really want to give her. I want someone that's gonna give me back. Because also I be like I'm a giver, but like if I don't get anything back, then you deplete me. And I don't want to be depleted. I don't want to have like a
Mm.
lambon leeching my soul. So I want to give her. I like
No,
my
that was
person.
mad. That was mad Dominican. I haven't heard that word in.
Lambon. I love that word. I love that word. Don't be lamboning my energy over here, okay, bitch? A giver.
That was such a
Um,
Dominican word.
um, a giver, someone that's very sweet, someone that's very kind. I'm not really attracted to the like I'm cool. That's so dumb to me.
Tigueraje,
Like, what?
swag.
Yeah, the swag is sexy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I don't see swag and I'm like, damn, that's sexy. It's sexy, but like I would never take that I would never take that seriously, but that is funny to
I just
me.
I just got a visual. You would straight up just stand there
Like I'll be
laughing.
like, boy, now you trying to swag your way over here. Like I see through your bullshit. Like I got brothers, boy, bye. But yeah, a little swag is sexy, but not something I'm gonna take serious. But yeah, I would just say a sweet, kind person that is a giver and a
Mhm.
person that like values other like people as much as me. Like I'm an extrovert and I like someone that's a little bit extroverted, not so introverted, and someone that takes joy from like being around other people and just has a joyous spirit naturally. A naturally joyous spirit. There we go.
Ooh,
I
I
think
love
that's it.
that. Okay. What is
Mm.
I think I did ask you this actually. What when I don't know if I should ask you this.
God
When
damn, not
was
me on the
the
spot again.
when was the last time you swiped right? Wait, is it right?
Um,
Yeah. And or
last time I
left?
swiped right on these non-communicative ass people on Hinge.
I could feel
Um,
how
when was the
you're
last
like,
time I swiped
yeah, this
right?
shit is not for
You
me.
know what? It was recently, but I'm just there again. I was
Staying
like,
active,
just
staying active.
they just they one person just to see, maybe just for the I tried and it failed, but it's not working. So I'm taking a break.
Okay,
Taking a
that's
break.
fair.
Also,
One
I
thing
kind of
you
feel like a little messy about like, oh, let me go on a date just for the sake of going on a date. Like,
no,
yeah, that's definitely,
your time
but
is too valuable for that.
that's
Come
what I would be
on.
doing, and I don't want to waste nobody's time. So
Yeah.
maybe I just don't.
Then you take it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
doesn't. What is the one thing you would never forgive your partner for?
What would I never forget give him for? Um, hmm. I mean, I want to say cheating, but as someone who's never been played like that, I've literally never been in that experience to really know.
Mm.
But I want to say like I would definitely be like boy, like hell to the no. But I mean, there's a million things outside of cheating. I would say like someone that doesn't stand up for me. I'm really
Mm.
big on like, always having your partner's back publicly. Even if you don't agree with what they're saying, like have that conversation behind the door.
Wow.
But like always like stand up for your partner and defend them publicly. So I feel like if my man like watched me,
Got
I
your
don't know,
back.
like someone that doesn't have my back or doesn't believe in me, you gotta have my back and you gotta believe in me. If I can't, none of those are forgivable if you don't have my back or if you just don't, believe. So
All
yeah.
right. Well, we're coming down to the last of the questions. Do
Yes.
you
Wait, I
have
gotta ask you one. Okay. Would you, let's say you have to pick one. What's more important to you? They're obviously both important, but humor me. Someone that knows how to clean or someone that knows how to cook?
one of my hobbies is cooking, so let me cook, you clean. But then
Okay. Love
again,
that.
I'm very particular about cleaning, so maybe I'll have you pay for the
But if
cleaning
you're
lady.
particular, then he knows how to clean. If then you'll be happy.
If he knows how to clean, not everyone knows how to clean.
Well, that's the question. If he knows how to clean or he knows how to cook, who are you picking?
Knows how to clean. I
I'm
cook.
picking knows how to clean. You can learn how to cook on YouTube. You can get a YouTube, TikTok. You
I
can watch the video and do it. But
know.
like, I'm not gonna teach you how to wipe a motherfucking countertop, bitch. I will be damned. I will be damned.
That was a good question.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, I got another one.
Okay.
What is your biggest deal breaker?
Oh, shit.
Or just any deal breaker? What's a deal breaker for you?
Mm. Loyalty is so big to me. If you're not loyal to
Mm,
me, you're shit to me. Like, it just
yeah,
doesn't
valid.
I and
Valid.
I'm sure it has it has to do with, like, just traumatic experiences, but
Mm-hmm.
loyalty is something that I just can't give up like at the top.
That's a great one. That's a great one. That's really valid. I can't do that either. Also, I don't lie. I'm such a bad liar, girl.
All right, we're
I start
changing the
sweating.
conversation.
I'm dead. So I'm team. Don't be lying. Be loyal.
I'm like, damn, you gotta get some merch. I'm telling you, I've had people like come across with some great quotes. That was a good one.
Don't be lying. Be loyal. Bitch, I'm a poet. Stop playing with me. I'm the Bronx poet. It
it's so
wasn't that
simple,
deep, but I
but
appreciate
it
your
wasn't that.
support.
No, but it wasn't that deep. But I'm like in the front, it will say, "Don't be lying." In the back, be loyal. It's
Be
like,
loyal. Let me write that down.
hey, on a little crop top, white t-shirt, I think it'll work.
I like it. I like it.
First, okay, so this is my last question.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a quick fire. I want you to
Okay.
tell me what is the first thing you think about when I say each of these words.
Okay. Oh,
Love.
God.
Don't think about it. Love.
Energy.
Dating.
Dinner. Bitch, I like to eat. Feed me.
Relationships.
Love. Not me doing a circle.
And
With
the
the
last
words.
one is and the last one is sex.
Oh, I think a big penis.
Oh my god. Okay.
Literally what
That
you
was
said. You said, I'm gonna tell you the pictures because I'm a very visual thinker, right? I'm gonna tell you what you said love. And I thought of a heart and it had beams coming out of it. So that's why I said energy. The second thing you said, wait, what was the second thing you said? Dating. I thought just
dating.
like
You said dinner.
I saw a plate of food. I saw some flowers. I saw
But
some
dating
wine.
could be a freaking carnival. Dating can be a, I don't know, a balloon museum.
I
There's
haven't
so
had dinner
many.
yet, so I'm also a little hungry.
Oh, that
Take me
makes
out to
sense.
dinner.
You're
Um,
you're hungry. Okay.
you said relationships, and I thought love, and then
And
the
then I
last
said
thing,
sex.
sex. I just thought mandingo.
I don't
That
know.
one.
That sounds like pain to me, but hey.
Not crazy. Nothing crazy, because then you could leave.
And Mandingo, as far as I know, is pretty
Mandingo.
oh my god.
You know what's crazy? This is gonna sound wild. This
You
is gonna
are
sound wild.
crazy. Okay.
Mandingo doesn't mean big penis. That's like a
It doesn't?
colloquial thing.
It
Like I
doesn't?
thought that like it literally meant big penis. That's just like a slang thing.
A
I didn't know
sling?
that. Like
A
slang. Like
sling?
it's just
Oh, a
slang.
slang. Because a
It's just like
sling,
a
I'm
word
thinking.
people like hot box or like any other slang word. I thought mandingo like actually meant big penis. It
You know I'm
doesn't.
gonna go Google it, right?
Go Google it. I actually think that there are a group of people called the Mandingo people.
Okay, now I need
And
to
I learned
educate
this
myself.
recently. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like Mandingo means big penis. And then I Googled it and there are people.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Google it. I don't have my
You gotta
phone in
Google
front of
it.
me.
It was wild. It was
Oh,
wild. Like blew my mind.
yes, you are wild and lovable, and I'm so grateful that you
Thank
were here to.
you.
You like literally made my day. So
Oh, thank
anytime you
you.
want to
You
come
made my
back,
day.
you can come back and we
I would
can
love
talk
to.
about, I don't know, something other than Mandingo. But
Yeah.
um I will be, oh, wait a minute before I forget.
Yes, talk to me.
Please share with our listeners. I almost forgot we were actually recording. Please please tell our listeners where they can find you and your like awesome funny sketches, because we all need some
Um,
laughter in our lives.
yes. Find me on Instagram at the Jasmine Ruiz. Jasmine spelled the regular way. Okay, there's no Z's, there's no Y's. It's Jasmine. And
Jasmine.
thank you, the Jasmine Ruiz. And then catch me on TikTok at the Jas Ruiz. And that's where you can find me. Those two spots. I have two shows
And
coming up in December too.
wait, do you have the info or not yet?
Not yet, but December 2nd, I have a sketch show. So if you're listening and you want to come, just have that day open that night. And then the second one, I'm not sure on the date yet. TBD.
Awesome.
Yes,
Well,
thank you.
we are manifesting HBO for you, and we will follow you to continue seeing you do amazing things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, and I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you, Yvette. Love you. Bye.
Love you, baby. And thank you for listening to this hilarious episode of 20 Questions with AW. Talk to you soon.